For centuries, dozens of cultures have found hidden dangers in mountains. Although from the outside they may look like simple rocky mounds or simple obstacles to overcome, the passageways to the very secrets of mankind could be hidden inside these stone giants. It may sound like the product of a fable from some fantasy book, but even in Greek and Roman times, these beliefs had great power and meaning. The bowels of the mountains hid the lair of a subterranean kingdom, the path to Hades, or the home of strange creatures that no one wanted to come across. At least this is what we believe. For a long time, many researchers had overlooked a legend until strange things began to happen without explanation. It has recently been uncovered. The mystery will lead us to the heart of a volcano, although many are convinced that it is the way to another world. Are you ready to find out? Then come with us to the bowels of this mountain where something chilling is happening. California is home to the most interesting volcanoes on the planet. Mount Shasta is one of them, an emblematic place that for millennia has awakened all kinds of legends and stories. According to the tales of ancient civilizations, this 4,000-meter-high volcano was once home to an ancient prehistoric society. The proof of this lies in the chain of artificial tunnels that interconnect in its bowels. It was generally known as the City of Light, and its inhabitants were the Lemurians, but very little is known about them except that one day they disappeared, possibly due to the eruption of the mighty mountain. Sometime later, the Native Americans found a sacred place in this volcano, the abode where Gamokum once resided, the one they called the Creator, and where the original bones of one of the first peoples of the world, the Modoc, are found. It was normal for men to bring offerings to this place, and tribes such as the Shasta, Wintu, Achamawi, and many others had a strong tradition anchored in this volcano, as their lineage had even seen one of the last eruptions of Mount Shasta more than 3,000 years ago. For some people, the fact that this volcano has been the scene of so many stories and rituals seems to explain why even today all sorts of mysterious events continue to be recorded. Although the volcano is dormant, the area has never been more alive. Strange UFO sightings, encounters with mysterious creatures, and all sorts of unexplained events are recorded there every year. In fact, the most recent UFO sighting occurred in February last year, a phenomenon that has not ceased to captivate the inhabitants near the volcano. These reports are constant every year, and no one seems to have any intention of making false accusations. The local citizens respect Mount Shasta, but that does not prevent them from encountering hallucinatory events and UFO sightings. Still, something mysterious that occurred less than 10 years ago seems to have tied all of the volcano's strange stories into one. It is about a mysterious hole that appeared overnight on the side of the volcano. It was 60 feet deep and almost twice as wide. No one could explain how it happened, no one had heard anything, and the volcano seemed as dormant as ever. Geologists arrived in the area along with rangers and security forces and discovered a number of rudimentary tools, mud buckets, and dirt and rock debris. Why would a group of people do such an act of vandalism? What were they looking for? And, more importantly, had they found it? These questions altered the calm of the area. The surrounding inhabitants are faithful venerators of this volcano, which they consider a sacred place of utmost respect. Such an act of vandalism was not only an insult to the citizens, but also opened the door to the mysterious beliefs of its inhabitants. Of all the possible answers, 3 theories try to explain what happened, but each one seems incomplete because they don't manage to fully decipher what happened. The first one refers to the ancient civilization of Lemuria. The inhabitants of the area believe strongly in this ancient civilization. In fact, one of the best-selling books in stores tells the story of the Lemurians, their culture, civilization, and even the strange treasures that were hidden within. It is precisely these objects and artifacts that many believe were the target of the excavators. Possibly attracted by the legends and stories of the area, they thought they might find some trace of this ancient society. However, as they went digging, they surely discovered that the job was much more difficult than it seemed, and with increasingly uncertain results, they abandoned their mission without even bothering to cover the evidence of their crime. The second theory involves the Native Americans. Even today, the Winnemem-Wintu tribe continues to venerate this site. They are located near the McCloud River in Northern California, and every year they find a sanctuary of peace among the slopes of the volcano. It would be precisely because of this ancient devotion that desecrators attempted to enter the volcano in an attempt to collect ancient arrow remains, relics, and even corpses. Perhaps many might wonder why someone would do so much effort to get these rewards, and the answer is very simple: archaeological value. In California, there is a penalty of up to $20,000 in fines and a year in jail for those who attempt illicit excavations, such as the one that occurred at the volcano, as it can mean real damage to the history of the area and desecrate a valuable sanctuary of information from a past civilization. In the marketplace, this could fetch a great price, and without any doubt, the excavators knew it. Finally, the most rational theory relates this strange hole to a desperate race to find some gold. This is the most commonly shared idea by rangers in the area, who are accustomed to encountering incidents that are very similar to the one that occurred in the volcano. The majority of these inexperienced and furtive miners begin their crimes by mining during the night, in a race against the sunrise. If they have not found anything before sunrise, they leave the area for a while and try their luck elsewhere. It is normal for this type of situation to occur, especially since there is a lot of gold panning in the region. However, how did these diggers not know that the volcano lacked these mineral resources? This question is the one that has crumbled the Rangers' theory, although there are still those who consider it to be the most likely. Still, although all three theories have their advocates and detractors, the mystery survives. Mount Shasta is completely silent about this intriguing event, but a myriad of unsolved questions still lurk in its depths. For many, it is unimportant whether the excavators were looking for ancient relics of a forgotten civilization or whether they were trying to get some gold or archaeological remains. What actually matters for them is the volcano itself. What secrets does it hide in its depths? Why so many civilizations and societies have found refuge there? And, most importantly, why does it continue to be the scene of paranormal activity and UFO encounters every year? It is difficult to reach a conclusion, but one thing is certain. Something spooky is going on beneath Mount Shasta, and one day the world will discover it. But while this happens, join us to know other disturbing mysteries that occurred in mountains or the creepiest creatures that have been found inhabiting the caves. Do you dare to find out? Then check out these videos.